Hello guys, remember me? Welcome back. Anyway, I have returned. I know I posted my last video, but it wasn't like, that was just like an update and it was quite dark. So if you don't want to watch that, it was just a video about my mental health, kind of a little bit, a brief overview of kind of what's been going on, why I haven't been here. If you did want to watch that. If you don't, I completely understand. If you're here just for makeup, you've come to the right video for that. So yeah, I will leave that in my description box if you do want to watch that video. I'm gonna be doing this makeup look, sneak peek. This is what we got going on. I have got so much new makeup that I have been testing out since I disappeared. Obviously I went through a patch where I didn't buy any makeup, but once I started feeling a bit more myself, I miss my makeup. It is my therapy in my own way. It helps me so much with my mental health as well. It doesn't help my bank account, but it helps here and it helps in here. And I'll just give you my review on everything that I've been testing out at the moment. So yes, relax as always, grab your beverage. I don't think I said that. And enjoy the video. I have feedback on all of this. It doesn't look like a lot because it's in like a tiny little basket, but this is a lot of makeup, guys. Some of them are new launches, but they're still new to me. So we're gonna start off with brows. I guess I'm holding a brow product. So I don't actually know what to do for the brows right now because I've actually got 3 brow products to test out. I went through a phase of not using any brow products or just using the same thing for like 6 months, and now I suddenly have 3 brow products that I've been testing out. So I've just been on the hunt to try and find like my perfect brow product, which is just going to be like a clear brow gel. So I have the Rare Beauty eyebrow gel, which is probably the newest one out of all of these. I was dying to get my hands on this because I heard really good things about this brow gel. So it is, I believe they just have the clear one. I think that's all they've got for now. It is glue. This does not budge. It's amazing. I love it. So that's my favorite out of the 3. I've also been testing out the NYX brow glue, which I was actually quite disappointed with this. The NYX one is probably the least strongest. So maybe if you just don't need like too much of a hold, this one might be for you. I like it. Like I'll still use it up. I'm not gonna throw it out, but it's just not my favorite. You do get a few little like clumps of like goo, well, the brow gel. You do get that a little bit with this, but if you just kind of brush it out, then it's fine. Yeah, it just doesn't actually hold my brows all day. They kind of flopped a little bit throughout the day, but yeah, the Rare Beauty one is the one for me. Once this has dried down, this is not going anywhere. Then I have this one. This is the Nudestix Brow Set Gel Extra Large. I don't know if they have a small one, but I like this. I like it more than the NYX one. It's like in between the NYX and the Rare Beauty one. This one is really good. It holds your brows up. I just think this is more expensive than this, I think. So I would still get the Rare Beauty one. It's still the winner, but this is still pretty good and I do like it. I like that you get a huge tube if you need a bigger size. I don't use too much brow gel and I don't always use it every day either. So yeah, I still like the Nudestix one. So I'm just gonna prime. I'm just using the Rare Eye Primer. Let's do the eyeshadows. So I'll talk about the palette that I'm not gonna use in today's video, but I will use it in a upcoming video most likely. So this isn't new whatsoever, but it's new to me. This is the Colourpop Not a Box of Chocolate palette. But anyway, I love the palette. There's no mirror, which is, whatever. How beautiful is that? That is so beautiful. So I've not used this too much. I've only used it a couple times. Honestly, I've only used 1 shimmer, to be fair, and I think it was this one. So I haven't tested this too much, but it's Colourpop. The formula is consistent, to be fair. It's very good. The mattes are very pigmented, very creamy, easy to blend. But yeah, I will give you more of a review on this in a few weeks because I'm going to be traveling actually this week and I'm going to take this with me so I can give you a review when I film. I'll film while I'm away as well. Give you a different background to look at. And then we have this guy. So this was actually this is very special to me. This is the Makeupbymario Ethereal Eyes palette. So I wanted this palette when it first launched. I think it was last year. Or was it just earlier in the year? I don't know. But anyway, he launched this as like a limited edition palette and it sold out. And I was very sad that I didn't get it. He then announced a few months ago that he was bringing it back. Again, I don't know if it's limited edition. If it is and you wanted it, go get it. We got this off, I think Adrian actually got this to me, which was very nice. He knew that I wanted it last time. It wasn't on my mind really whatsoever. I kind of forgot about it. And then he secretly surprised me with it and bought it for me. So I think he signed up for his emails for like when it came back in stock. And then, yeah, he managed to get it somehow. Yes, we have the palette finally. It was from their website, so it wasn't from like Cult Beauty or like another retailer for the UK. It was just his website, and honestly I like the palette. I love the shimmers. I'd say that from the mattes I think I just wanted a bit more. Like, they're not as creamy as I thought they would be. They're a little bit dry, to be honest. I think for me, to be fair, I wanted this palette for the shimmers. I don't think the mattes are a necessity, but I do really love the shimmers. Like the glitters, the shimmers in this, beautiful. So I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the money, because it's like, I mean, for me it is, because I've been using it non-stop since I've got it, to be fair. But yeah, I'm not gonna travel with this because, hello, this is expensive. I'm gonna do a look with this, so I'll just be quiet for a few minutes. I'm gonna watch Kim Possible, because that is my comfort right now. I thought I would just do something a bit different, a little bit smoky, but you've still got the glitter on there. So yeah, I do like the palette. I do like it. So for now, we're gonna finish off the eye. You get all these like really, really nice glitters in here, which are just like little toppers, eyeshadow toppers, I'd say. And that's kind of why I wanted this palette, because of those shades. I have a cheaper alternative for you if you don't want to get this palette. Colourpop. So they have a Super Shock shadow. This one is in the shade Ritz. I've talked about this for years. This is one of my favorite Super Shock shadows of theirs. I think this is like my second, maybe third one of these. I absolutely love it. Just look, it is that wet, like glitter kind of topper. And this is like $5 or something. So if you're doing an order on Colourpop, I think it is worth definitely trying out Ritz. And then I got this, which again, kind of can be a dupe. Actually, this is a bit more warmer, but this is a really, really nice bronzy shade. This one's called Adaptogen. Love this shade. This is like my perfect bronze. Look at that. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. My camera just cut me off. Rude. I also tried one of Colourpop's eyeshadow sticks, which I've never actually tried before. This one is in the shade Walnut Avenue. It is just a brown. It's just a matte brown. I love using this. It's kind of the same shade as this eyeliner I'm going to talk about. But yeah, this is a really nice formula. It's really, really creamy. I love this colour. That's a terrible swatch. Oh my god. It's getting worse. But yeah, really, really creamy, and I love these. They're just really easy to just kind of whack all over your lid, blend it out a little bit. You can use your fingers to blend these. And yeah, I like these. I do always use an eye primer underneath though. And then I've tried these before. These aren't new to me, but I just picked up another creme gel liner. This one is in the shade Sunnyvale. It's just a brown one. I've really been into my brown liners recently. I'm just gonna tight line. This is just a Rimmel black eyeliner because my LA Girl one has finally run out. And I don't have a backup of it, and they no longer sell LA Girl on Beauty Bay, which makes me very sad because they do my favourite lip liners. They are my ultimate favourite lip liners. Okay, so a new mascara I've got, it's not super new, the launch is not that new anymore, but I am just super late with everything. But this is the Vieve Modern Mascara. This is really nice. It's definitely more for those of you who want length. I still need a bit more volume, but I still do really like it. Basically what I'm saying is it's not my favorite mascara, but it is still very good and I do like it. And I do definitely recommend it. I am just so picky because my lashes are already quite long, so I'm not bothered about getting more length. I just need volume and volume to make it look like I wear false lashes, because I cannot apply those to save my life. So I've not used it that much, but I think the more I use it, the more I do like it, because now I put it on with this eye look, I actually like it more than I did before. So yeah, this is a really good mascara, and I love the packaging. Vieve is just, they really kill it. All right, let's move on to the face. So let's just put this on. I'm just going to use the Kash Beauty Setting Spray. This isn't new, I just have it here. Okay, as much as I love the actual product, this spray is so aggressive and so bad. I had to hold this like over there, because I feel like that would have ruined my eyeshadow and maybe my mascara. Foundation. So again, this is not new whatsoever, but I'm just testing it out now. I've actually got into Huda Beauty a lot more because I have just become a huge fan of Huda herself in the past few months or last few weeks. Just with everything going on, I'm just gonna put the words on the screen because I don't know how YouTube is gonna be with removing videos. So obviously this is something very important that's happening. Just seeing how she has responded and how she's using her platform. She has a very large audience, and just seeing how she's been showing her support and just being very self-aware, and she's just making everyone else aware of certain things. Been just great in all of this. I'm sure there are other influencers that have, but it's just nice seeing her use her brand in such a positive way as well. And she's definitely someone that I want to support, and I want to support her brand going forward as well. Really nice, and it's refreshing to see, you know, an influencer or whatever, however you want to sum up her, just use her platform in that way. So I know this is not my shade. I know this is not my shade. Bear with me. As I said, I know this is not my shade, but this is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation Stick. I'm just going to use a bit of my LA Girl white foundation. Yeah, I, for some reason, thought I would be the same shade as her. This is like the shade that she uses. I don't know why I decided to think we were the same skin tone. She is a lot tanner than I am. But yeah, to be fair, my shades, they were out of stock on Cult Beauty and on Boots. And I was so impatient. Once I want something, I want it. I want it straight away. Look how this is literally melting into my skin. And also, this has been sat on my face for like 2 minutes while I blabbed on about my camera dying. So I'll give you like a little close-up. You can see it still looks like skin. This concealer, for some reason, hates me. I don't know what is going on in the universe, but this is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. Again, this is not new. This has been out for several years. This, for some reason, right, I can never get the right shade of it. I don't understand what I'm doing here, because this is the third Hydrating Camo Concealer I have purchased, and I've still got the wrong shade. And this is medium golden, but this is too pink. It is far too pink for me. It's ridiculously pink. You can even just see just looking at it. I'm gonna do a little cocktail. I'm gonna do a little bit, like, look at that. Ridiculous, right? Gonna do a little cocktail because I do actually like the formula, but I'm gonna keep to it now, and I'm just gonna keep mixing concealers with it. So I'm just gonna take my Rare concealer because this is too light for me. This is literally a video of me not being able to pick my shades. Beautiful, right? And that is mainly the e.l.f. one. I only put a little bit of the Rare Beauty concealer. It blends out in like 2 seconds. It's a really, really great concealer. Next concealer, I love this. It took me a minute, but I love this. This is the House Labs Triclone Skin Tech Concealer. So, I don't know if I've said it on my channel. I feel like I must have. House Labs foundation is my favorite foundation of all time. It is my holy grail. I love that. I got this straight away. I actually returned one because guess what, guys? I didn't get the right shade. I got my perfect shade now. This is 23 Light Medium Golden. I love this shade. This is a really good shade for me. At first, I actually didn't like the concealer. I was really, really let down by it because I have such high expectations for this because of how much I love the foundation. I'm just gonna use a Rare Beauty brush to blend this out because I was like, I don't love it. I was expecting myself to be in love with it, and I was expecting this to become like my favorite concealer of all time, and I didn't love it. It just wasn't giving me enough coverage, and I was like, how? So after testing it out a bit more, I've just realized that I just need to put more on. So it's very, very buildable. It doesn't look like you've got concealer on, to be fair. It just looks very, very natural, very, very skin-like. And I know usually it's less is more, but with this concealer, more is more. As I have 6 new bronzers to talk about. This is ridiculous. One of them is a palette, actually. We'll talk about that first. What I got actually a few months ago. I've had this for a little bit now. This is the MadeByMitchell curve case, and I got the shade medium. They have a light medium, and I believe they have a deeper one as well. I got medium. This is what it looks like. So you get 8 different shades. You get 4 bronzers, contour, and then you get 4 cream blushes as well. I love this. You can see I've not used all the shades. I haven't actually used these 2 blushes yet. But this formula is incredible. It's so soft, very pigmented, but it blends out like a dream. And it just, the colors are perfect. I love this so much. I don't usually like palettes anymore because I feel like I don't get use out of everything. But when I saw this, I was like, I'm definitely gonna use that. This bronzer I can definitely use in the summer. This one is like my perfect shade right now, and this one is a bit more reddy. It's not from my skin tone, but I use this as a blush and I love it. Colourpop, this is their bronzer stick, and I got the shade Rincon Points. I love this formula so much. They have a bunch of different shades in these as well. Really, really like the formula. Very, very creamy. I'll do it like here. Oh, look at that shade. That is perfect. I really, really love that. Yeah, really like the shade. I love the formula. I'm traveling with this as well, so I will demo this in another video like I said. But yeah, this lasts a really good amount of time as well for it being a cream product. Same with the MadeByMitchell ones. I love it. This is definitely worth picking up if you're going to be on Colourpop's website. So yeah, I'm sorry if I'm trying to go through everything kind of quickly because I've got so much to talk about and I've already been here for a million years. So we're going to move on. I then have something very, very affordable, which I really like. This is the MUA Cream Bronzer in Caramel. They don't have the widest shade range, but I think for a drugstore brand, they still have I think they have 2 deeper shades than this. And then I have, I think, 2 lighter ones as well, if I'm correct. Might not be 100%, don't quote me. But yeah, this is the shade Caramel. This is a really, really nice, warm, like toasty brown. This is such a nice formula. Very creamy, very easy to blend. Comparable to the e.l.f. ones, I'd say, but these feel a little bit more softer and a bit more easy to blend. I feel like the e.l.f. ones are a little bit drier. So these are definitely good, and these are so affordable. We have probably my favorite one out of all the ones that I've got recently. This is the Huda Tantour, and I actually got the shade Light because this is pretty dark, to be fair. They have a shade lighter than this, and then I think they have 2 or 3 shades deeper. This is one of the nicest cream bronzers I have ever tried. I love this formula so much. I really love the color as well. I love the packaging. It's very sleek, very, very flat. It's very, very pigmented, I will say, but it blends out so nicely. She's definitely a favorite. Okay, then we have another bronzer. This is the Patrick Tar She's Bronzed Bronzer Duo. I love this packaging. Again, this is not new whatsoever, but I'm just getting it now. To be fair, this shade was always out of stock as well. So I love the packaging. I just want to say that first, because you've got your cream and a powder, and there's a little plastic separator there, like a little, oh my god, you can see all my fingerprints. There's like a little plastic cap here, so it's protected, and then your powder doesn't get into the cream. I love that. This was kind of like a love-hate relationship kind of thing, because I first tried this and I was like, I don't like it. The more I've used it, the more I really, really like this. I'm just gonna take the cream first. This is a Spectrum brush that I'm just using. And this, I really like the shade of this, to be honest. It's more of a contour shade, I'd say, for me than, I think that's what it is. I think it's a contour duo. I don't necessarily think it's a bronzer duo. Does it say? Cream, contour, and powder bronzer. There you go. So yes, this is more contoury for me, which I don't contour that much, to be fair. I think I prefer a bronze, because I prefer like more warmer tones on my skin. I don't like the cool tone, but I think for my skin tone, I think this is the right shade, but it is just like a little bit cool. This side of my face. But yeah, I like both of them. I definitely prefer the Huda one. I am gonna go over top, however, with the powder, just on this side, and then I've got another powder bronzer for the other side. Take a big powder brush. I think I prefer the powder more to the cream, to be fair. Oh wait, I've not done my cream blush. Do I have cream blush? I actually don't. I think I'm just gonna go powder blush today. I don't have, apart from the MadeByMitchell palette, I don't actually have any new cream blushes, which is weird, right? Then I repurchased a Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. I used to have one of these, and I think I got a shade, oh my god, I never realized it smells like Physicians Formula. So I remember loving it though, and I repurchased it, and yeah, this is one of the nicest powder bronzers I've ever used, and it's Milani. It's affordable, so I got the shade Suntan, which is number 3, and I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Autograph. So I'm gonna use this on the Huda side. I'm traveling with this. I'm just telling you everything I'm traveling with. You're gonna see everything again, because I'll probably do, I might film like Get Ready With Me or something while I'm away. I'm just gonna get those creases out of the way, because oh my god, powder. Oh wait, I found one more bronzer I forgot I didn't talk about. This is the Essence Kissed by the Sunlight Illuminating Powder. But it's like a bronzer and a highlighter. There's glitter in here. I didn't realize there's gonna be glitter in here. It's very, very tiny, so I don't mind it, but I like just kind of swirling my brush in this part and then just dusting it all over my face, and then you kind of get that glowy bronzer. This powder, I found a new favorite powder. I don't know if it's replaced my Refi powder yet. That's the only thing. The Refi loose powder is my holy grail. It's like a water-based powder, and it just, my dry skin loves that so much, and it blurs and it does everything you want. This is the new, well, it was when I got it. This is the Luna Beauty powder that they've recently launched. Look at the packaging. I'm obsessed. I love this brand. I love Manny's brand so much. It comes with a little powder puff in there, so cute, a little Luna Beauty one. It's got a sifter, and I got the pink one, which you could probably tell. They have a bunch of different shades. This blurs your skin like nothing. I don't know where I was going with that. It's not drying, and it looks so good at the end of the day. Sorry for the squeaky chair. Look at that. Look how smooth, and it's so soft. It's, your skin feels like a cloud. We're nearly done. This is like the biggest haul of my entire life. First one I got was the RMS Beauty Redimension Hydra Powder Blush. And I got the shade Mai Tai. How beautiful is that? It's so beautiful. The shade that I wanted wasn't in stock. I wanted like the pinky one, but I actually got one that was very more affordable, which is a similar shade. So this is the shade Mai Tai. I'm actually going to use this on one side of my face. Just build it up. And because it's like that glowy kind of formula, I don't know how to explain it. You can see, look, you don't need any highlight. We have these affordable gems. These are the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blushes. I got 2 shades. I got Pretty Peach and I got Bold Heart. I love this one. This is my favorite. This one, I can just about get away using this because it's very, very light. If you're a lighter skin tone than I am, this will be perfect for you. If you're my shade or deeper, I don't think this would show up because it just about shows up for me. So I'll do a little swatch and you can see though, I love the formula so much. It gives Milani Luminoso, but like a little bit paler. There's no glitter in these. That is the best thing. There is no glitter in this. And Essence are a bit hit and miss in that way, because you know, you get things like this, but then again, this is like a highlight kind of thing. but they are quite hit or miss, and these are gems, and these were like what, like £5? There's a lot of kickback. Big lip oil fan over here. I then really like these. These are the NYX Fat Oil. Love this shade. Again, it does not go with the look that's going on here, but I'm still gonna use it. This one is in the shade Supermodel. It's a shimmery pink. It's got like sparkles in it, but it just makes your lips look so nice and plump. I have a couple new lip liners. Well, the newest one I have is the Huda Beauty one. I got the shade Honey Beige in that, and then I just got a Colourpop lippy pencil, but I've already tried these before. I got the shade BFF2. These ones last so long. These are the Huda Beauty ones. These last forever. They're so long lasting. Really like the formula of these. They have like a little sharpener on the bottom. For today, I'm just gonna use the Colourpop one just because it goes with the lip oil a little bit better. These smell so good as well. And then I think the last product, I don't want to end on a negative, but this is the last product. This is the NYX Shine Loud. It's like a lip duo, so it has a liquid lipstick and then it has a gloss. It's like a high shine gloss kind of thing. I got the shade, I don't know why I got this shade. I think I was deceived online because I don't wear pinks like this really. What shade is this? Born to Hustle. This was just very drying on my lips. I need to try it again. I only tried it once and I was just like, I don't like that. Very pigmented. It was very drying on my lips. Once it dried down to like the matte, very drying, but the gloss is very shiny. I actually use the gloss just on its own. It's just like a clear one that you just, I don't know why I'm swatching it. I've just said it's clear, but you let that dry down and then you put the gloss over top. But that is it, guys. That is it for the video. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you if you're still here. Thank you if you survived 2 months that I wasn't here and you came back. I'm back at least, and I'm here to film and I'm excited to film. I have missed it. I really have missed it because as you can see, I've still been collecting a lot of makeup and testing a lot. Makeup is my escape. It's my relaxation, and it helps my mental health a lot, to be honest. So I hope I can still do that for you guys as well, because that's also the main reason why I'm here, is to help other people as well if I can. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know any thoughts, anything, and any of the new makeup that you've tried recently. Let me know and I'll always try it. I've got some, what have I got to try? Something I am very looking forward to testing out is actually Carly Bible's brand that she just launched. I managed to get everything I wanted. Luckily, I did actually get the eyeshadow palette because it sold out in like 5 minutes. I did manage to get it. So I'm very excited. I'm gonna do a whole review on the collection because I got at least one of everything. Yeah, anyway, I'm gonna let you go. I'm still trying to figure out the lighting. I know it still looks a bit gloomy, a bit dark. I'll sort out the background as much as possible. But yeah, thank you for joining me and I will see you in my next video.